Good morning, Gab. It's Kerry here from Pacific Toyota Lexus Cairns. So what I would like to do for you today, Gab, is a high definition virtual tour of our 2019 Mitsubishi Triton GLS 4x4 in that nice crystal pearl white paint. So just before I get into the vehicle itself, I just want to tell you a little bit more about the dealership here, Gab. So we're actually one of two pre-owned dealerships here. So the one we're sitting at right now at the moment is at 77 Mulgrave Road. So we're actually based in the city itself of Cairns. I'm not too sure if you've actually been in Cairns itself, Gab, but we're about 1.5 kilometres away from the city. That's actually north of us. And then we're actually second pre-owned dealership that we actually own is actually at 223 Mulgrave Road, and that's basically South Cairns on the left hand side. Next to that is our franchise dealership Toyota itself and Lexus. Behind that is actually our parts and service department. So we actually haul up to about 160 to 180 cars at all times, and we sell around about 200 cars a month. So basically 60% of our stock actually goes down to Brisbane itself. So as I was saying to you earlier before, that is actually as our showroom floor. So it's 2 stories, that big grey building. So what I'm going to do right now, Gab, is just get straight into this video for you and basically tell you a little bit more about this 19 plate Mitsubishi Triton GLS for you. So let's get straight down to the front bar. As you can see, it's got the deluxe front bull bar on it, black in color. So it's got the fog lights there, and also you got your Parker sensors across that. They call that a peak bar. And just at that, I'll just step back a little bit here and just give you a little bit more angle on that side. I'm just going to go through the engine bay right now just before I go onto the bonnet, just to make sure there's no bad perfections underneath here itself. It's in great condition. It's been looked after really well, as you can see there, Gab. It's in great condition. It's been a one owner, full books, full service history. Now I'm just going to go onto the bonnet just to make sure there is no bad perfections on the bonnet itself. You can see that the sun is glassing into that paint. Fantastic. That's nothing there. Just a little bit of bird poop just got onto there. Sorry about that. I'll actually go and wipe that off and get it all clean. Just up onto the windscreen itself, just to make sure there's no chips or cracks in the windscreen. Fantastic. Looks really good. Okay, just going to step back here now, Gab, and just give you a look down the left side of the vehicle, just to make sure there's no ripples in the paint itself. Okay, I'm just going to go make my way up into the top of the tub here of the tray itself. Just give you a little bit more closer up onto the video, just to make sure there's no ripples in the paint. So I'll go closer for you. You can see that paint's in immaculate condition, so it's been looked after really well. I'll just get this camera a little bit more high so you can get a bit of an angle here, and then I'm just going to go onto the top of the roof just to make sure that there's no bad perfections in the roof itself. Fantastic, Gab. Looks really great. Been looked after really well, as I was saying to you before. I'm just going to go around the wheel arches right now just to go and look through. Like I said, it's a one owner, full books, full service history, never done any off-road at all whatsoever. So it's all its life it's done its bitumen, and it's probably done a little bit of off-road, as in basically off the side of the bitumen road. The tires are great, the rims are really awesome, so got plenty of tread on those tires. Got around about probably 90% of tread. Down onto the kick boards as the side steps itself, back through the wheel arch here on the rear. Look how clean and tidy that actually is. Checking the tires, got plenty of tread on the tires. Rims itself, there's no gutter ash on the rims. Okay, having a look inside the passenger side door now. Just going to check out the trim, how it's been looked after, and in great condition. Down onto the kick pedal, because this is where all your wear and tear will come through, but it's been looked after really well. You can see that across the top of the dash, and then back through the driver's side, then come through the passenger side itself. Okay, open up the passenger rear door, just looking at the trim, down onto the kick panel, up onto the back of the seat, and then across to the back row seats as well itself. Fantastic, Gab. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at the rear of the vehicle itself, just to make sure there's no damages actually at all. Like I said, you got the reversing camera on the back tailgate as well. Also, just popping that part down. Inside you got your inliner tray. Fantastic, looks really good. And then basically up on there it's got your tonneau cover, so it's actually taken off for you. Down onto the rear bar, just to make sure there's no blemishes there, just a little bit here, one little marking on that side. Fantastic. You got your tow bar underneath, so it's got also this 7 square plug, and then you got your rear sensors on the rear bar. Okay, looking down the driver's side now, I'm just going to make my way down to the front of the vehicle, but I'm going to get closer up onto this paint just to make sure there's no paint damages on the vehicle itself or any bad perfections on that side. Fantastic, looks really good. Gab, that's actually in great condition. Like I said to you, it is actually a one owner, full books, full service history, but I'm actually going to go through the log books with you after I finish on the outside. Going through the wheel arch, checking the tyres out, got plenty of tread on the tyres. Looking down at the rims itself and tyres itself, down onto the kickboard, then actually back through the wheel re-arch. Nice. Checking out the tyres on it, fantastic, great. Just going to go through the passenger side door now on the rear, on the driver's side, up through the back of the... Okay, just going to go through the driver's side door now. And just checking just to make sure that there's no bad perfections on the trim itself. Like I said, it's been looked after really well. Down on the kick panel, like I said, you do a little more of a wear and tear down here, but it's in great condition. Up onto the dash, across the top of the dash, in through the passenger side seating, and then basically I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. Just before I do that, I'll push the button on there just to start the vehicle up for you. I'll angle the camera onto the cluster for you, so we're at the odometer reading everything. So it's got 81,082 kilometers on the clock. Nice. So just before I go away from the steering wheel, I just want to go around the steering wheel itself just to make sure there's no bad perfections on the steering wheel. You also got your functions on there, as in your Bluetooth, your voice recognition, and your volume controls here on the left side. On the right side of the steering wheel, you've got your cruise control as well too. So you can set your cruise control. Down below that, there's all through your cluster and your mode, so you can actually change a few little things on your cluster. And then if you look on the panel on the left side there, where you push button start to start the vehicle or stop it, you also got your power mirrors and then your fold-in mirrors. So if I press this button here, your fold-in mirrors will come in. If I press it back out, it'll go back out for you. You've got also, you got your traction control, you got your lane departure, and then you got your collision button as well too. Fantastic. Okay, having a look over the audio sound system, a nice good size screen. Gives you a reverse camera on that as well too, so I'll give you a really close look up on that. Nice. And then you've got your dual climate control, so you can change from your passenger or your driver's side. Below that there as well too, you've got your rear diff locking, your parker sensors, and that's basically your blind spots in your mirror. So if I press that button there, basically that's your blind spots in your mirror. Press that button off. Below that there, you've got your HDMI cord and also your USB that connect in there for your Apple CarPlay or your Android Play. So basically you can get that all up there as well into the audio sound system. Having a look through, you've got your 4-wheel-drive button here, as you can see, 2 high, 4 high. And then basically you've got your 4 low, high, high, low. And then your hill descent as well too. Okay, comes to the last part of the video, basically showing you a little bit more about the logbooks and service history. As you can see, it's got the logbooks and service up to 2,700. Next one at 15,000. Next one at 30,000. One after that is 45, and then the one after that again, I'm just reading it, it's really hard to see through that stamp, at 60, and then they got to 79, and then the last one was done at 81,000 Ks. Also comes with 2 keys, 2 remote keys, smart keys. Fantastic. Awesome. That has actually come to the end of the video here, Gab, but I would like to thank you very much for your knowledge of setting me through an inquiry on this vehicle. You'd be very proud and happy with this vehicle at the end of the day. If there's any other questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call. Thank you.